Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches: Los Angeles Dodgers vs Philadelphia Phillies, St. Louis Cardinals vs Pittsburgh Pirates, Tampa Bay Rays vs Boston Red Sox, Oakland Athletics vs Cleveland Indians, and Washington Nationals vs New York Mets, which are happening on Wednesday, August 11, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Los Angeles Dodgers vs Philadelphia Phillies. Philadelphia is coming into this series with a ton of momentum and is not a team that I want to get in the way of. Harper is playing his best baseball of the season and is squarely in the MVP conversation. The Phillies are riding a long winning streak and Gibson has not been giving up crooked numbers. Los Angeles could be without its leading hitter and has lost its last 6 games with Price on the mound. The Los Angeles Dodgers are second in the National League West, trailing the San Francisco Giants by 4 games, and much of their success this season is thanks to strong performances on the mound. Los Angeles has the best team ERA in baseball at 3.17, the second best WHIP at 1.13, and opposing hitters are averaging only .214 at the plate against Dodgers pitching, which is second best in baseball. The starting rotation for Los Angeles has the second most quality starts with 58. This season's best pitcher for Los Angeles, Julio Urias, has a team-high 13 wins, while Walker Buehler is the leader in strikeouts with 152 and an ERA for starters at 2.13. Getting the nod on the mound for Los Angeles Wednesday will be David Price. The veteran left-hander 4-1 with a 3.53 ERA and 46 strikeouts. Philadelphia has been hotter than any other team in baseball over the last week. The Phillies entered this series on an 8-game winning streak after sweeping division rival New York over the weekend. They also picked up a 4-game sweep at Washington earlier in the week. The Phillies are currently 2 games ahead of Atlanta for first place in the division standings. They are 2.5 games up on New York, which led the NL East for several months. Philadelphia's offense ranks number 13 with a team batting average of .243. Shortstop Jean Segura has a team-high 100 hits and is hitting .309. My betting advice for that game is to pick Philadelphia. St. Louis Cardinals vs Pittsburgh Pirates. There is a specific angle I want to attack in this game. Odds makers are giving St. Louis and its starting pitcher a lot of credit. Wainwright has not been the same pitcher on the road this year, having nearly a 5.00 ERA away from Busch. He relies on his home crowd to get him through tough starts, so I think there is a ton of value on Pittsburgh as an underdog. The St. Louis Cardinals have remained in postseason contention thanks to a solid performance on the mound. The Cardinals are 14th in team ERA at 4.24, 19th in WHIP at 1.35, and opposing hitters are averaging only .234 at the plate against Cardinals pitching, which is 10th best in baseball. The Cardinals will hand the ball to veteran right-hander Adam Wainwright, who is leading the club in victories with 10-6, strikeouts with 130, and has the best ERA of all starting pitchers for the Cardinals at 3.48. My betting advice for that game is to pick Pittsburgh Pirates. Tampa Bay Rays vs Boston Red Sox. The Tampa Bay Rays are playing better baseball than the Red Sox right now, especially after sweeping Boston and Tampa Bay just over a week ago. The Rays have won 13 of the last 17 head-to-head meetings against the Red Sox in Fenway Park. The Rays have been on a roll over the past 2 weeks and they've won 8 of their last 10 games. They have taken a 4-game lead in the AL East standings and will try to increase it with a win over the Red Sox, which will give them their 5th win in a row and 9th win in their last 11 games. The Tampa Bay Rays have won 8 of their last 10 games and hold a 4-game lead in the American League East with a 68-44 record. The Rays are currently on a 4-game winning streak after beating the Baltimore Orioles 9-6 on Sunday. My betting advice for that game is to pick Tampa Bay Rays. Oakland Athletics vs Cleveland Indians. Oakland comes in under the radar, but playing some of the best baseball in MLB and of their season of late. The offense is humming with multiple parts and plans of attack, while the pitching has done an exceptional job to put the pressure on their opponents to keep pace. That'll be Cleveland's largest struggle on Wednesday, finding the run support against a strong and experienced pitcher in Montes to come away with a win. Oakland has been surging since picking up reinforcements at the trade deadline, and they were able to extend their winning streak thanks to the heroics of Jed Lowrie in the late innings on Tuesday in Cleveland. After the Indians took a 3-1 lead through 2 innings, Seth Brown's solo shot got the Athletics a little closer in the 4th before Lowrie tied the game in the 8th on an RBI groundout and put Oakland up for good in the 10th with a run-scoring double. With the AL Central being one of the weakest divisions in baseball in 2021, the Indians sitting in second place hasn't meant much to their prospects for the season. The White Sox have run away with the division, with the AL East teams and the Athletics seemingly fighting for the 2 wild card spots. That has left the Indians as one of the odd teams out, and it'll take an incredible performance over the last 6 weeks of the season for them to be included in the playoff action. Injuries to their 2 best pitchers haven't helped matters, as Shane Bieber and Aaron Civale both remain out. Josh Naylor is out for the season, and while the offense has been able to hang tough, it still hasn't been enough. My betting advice for that game is to pick Athletics. Washington Nationals vs New York Mets. These are must-win games for the Mets as they have dipped into 3rd place in the NL East. The Bats should finally make some noise against Nats starter Joe Ross. They scored 5 runs including 2 home runs in 5 innings in their latest meeting with Ross. The right-hander has struggled against this Mets team throughout his career, posting an unattractive 5.58 ERA. Joe Ross went 6.1 innings and gave up 5 hits, 2 walks, 3 earned runs, and struck out 7 in a no decision in his last start against the Philadelphia Phillies. Ross has a record of 5-9 with a 4.02 ERA, 1.21 WHIP, and a 107/31 KBB ratio in 19 starts this season. Opposing batters are hitting .235 against Ross this season. He has gone 6 innings or more 8 times this season. It's been a disappointing string of games for several Mets hitters including leadoff hitter Brandon Nimmo. The 28-year-old center fielder is hitting an abysmal .190 this month and has 15 RBIs and an .807 OPS on the season. Nimmo is 3 for 10 with a solid 4 RBIs against the Nationals. My betting advice for that game is to pick New York Mets minus 1.5. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.